I'm super late. Yes, I am. Let me get you some music so I can stop singing to you. Because that's never good. All right. Let's see. Can I see what's going on? I can. How's everyone doing? I'm sorry, I'm just getting up chat so I can see you. And then we'll get going. It has been a crazy day. It has been... All right, yeah, it's been a day. It's been a day. That's all I can say. What is this? Rewards enabled on this channel. Subscribe to earn rewards. Get rewards by purchasing or gifting subscriptions to Merit Council's channel while they're live in any category. What the garbage is this? Is this something I signed up for? What? This feels weird. Can I unsubscribe for this? Buy one new sub, get 3 months of Apple TV. What is this? I don't really want this. I don't know, maybe it's fine. All right, let's get to some code. I'm already late. Let's bust out some code. All right, we have one issue that I did notice with the Twitch alerts was no sound. So we gotta wait, you know what? Let me make sure that this wasn't. Oh, I think I unclicked something. All right, sound might be fixed. Beautiful. All right. Now the next thing is we need to make this full screen because I wasn't thinking when I made it not full screen. UI stuff. Our favorite. All right, let's jump into it. Yeah. We got this. I guess this is in front-end API. We can really do this without doing the whole, yeah. All right, let's do that. Front-end API. Cool. I think we just have to change this because I think it's really just in the CSS that we're pushing forward. Yeah, this is my least favorite. Absolute least favorite part. All right. Did we set up where I can just go like cargo run? Can we just do that? I have one thing to do with the database too. We can do that if we get bored with this. So when we fix this, when we fix this in production, did we break the local? I think we did. Let's see. So let WebSocket port equal 9,000. Well, I'm just maybe a little dented. Yeah, that's much better. Much better. Okay. So this is the big problem here, is it should take up the vertical space. It should fill the vertical. Because now if you do it like I have it like, it's a mess. It's a mess to actually use in OBS because I just arbitrarily made it like 50%. Okay, this should be an easy fix, except that there are a lot of weights here. So I feel like this is going to be painful. All right, let's see. This is going to be painful. Where do we make it? Let's stop this. So this is the wrapper. Why is it not changing height? Oh, wait. Let's see. That's not what I meant to do. This is what I meant to do. It's based on the width. Ew, gross. We need it to be based on the height. Okay, that was gross. I don't know who is that pretty decent? So I was looking at it. I don't know how to opt out. But if it's decent, if these things are actually decent, I figure there's an opt out somewhere. It alerted me. And I don't know how to opt out. But if it is actually decent, I will put less effort into opting out. It's one gifted sub. Yeah, it's a gifted sub for 3 months of Apple TV Plus. So if you wanted it, that does sound pretty good because, well, you'd be gifting me a sub. It sounds fantastic. It sounds fantastic. It's actually cheaper than 3 months. Well, yeah, a gifted sub should be $5, right? I don't know how much Apple TV costs, but it can't be $5, right? I just wanted the price. Oh yeah, $10. Okay. That doesn't actually sound too bad. I always consider Apple to be more expensive than other ones. Do they have a lot of their own original content? Yeah. So for 3 months free. Now, my question would be, if you're already an Apple TV Plus subscriber and you gift a sub, do you get a code that gives you 3 months free? Because that would be really awesome. Or do you have to be a new subscriber? I'd have to look at that. I don't know. Obviously. Yeah, I'm not sure about I'm not sure about all the technicalities, if that makes sense. Like, is it attached to your Amazon? You know, I don't know. Okay, so how are we doing this? I just want it to fill vertically. So, like, if it was here, this should be, like, down here, right? This doesn't have to be so big. So then, you know, it should be down here somewhere. Well, let's see where this was the wrapper class. Am I in the right? Yeah, this is main, right? CSS. Oh no, I'm supposed to be in alert. This is. I was like, for some reason. Yeah. I would probably, like, in general, for Twitch, and hopefully they understand this, I don't want, or probably don't want, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe a lot of people that come to Twitch anyways are gamers, but I would assume that it would be like software deals. Like, I would love if they had promos for, like, O'Reilly or something like that, where, like, they can do something like that, but, you know, I don't know. Can I just delete this and do 100? 100 view height. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of quality games don't need the promotion, right? Like Baldur's Gate. It doesn't need the promotion. Why? Well, because, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I could be wrong. Oh, we do probably need to do an empty cache and hard refresh. There we go. There we go. Whoa. Okay, that is not. That was not the intended use. I said 100 view height. Buddy. That is not what I meant. We're working on alerts. Sadly. I don't have a ton of time to stream tonight because earlier today I took a chunk of my toe off. I would have posted pictures in Discord, but I'm pretty sure that I would have been a community violation for, like, not family friendly content. It was pretty rough. Oh, I'm fine. My toe isn't, but I have heard you're more than capable of walking without your pinky toe. I didn't lose it. I did take a large chunk off, though. Surprisingly large chunk for just walking. So I have this camera rig to record my videos with, and it's, you know, it's half packed up and it's laying on its side. And this tripod, I bought a really nice video tripod, but it's like 20 years old, but it's like a professional one, but 20 years old. So I got it for cheaper than I could get like a new cheap one. So I was really excited about it. The only real bad problem is it's like 50 pounds. It's pretty heavy, but I actually kind of like that because then if my kids accidentally bump into it, they don't knock over my expensive camera or anything. Like it is just sturdy, but it's on its side. And because it's awesome, it has these like rubber spikes for grip that go out. Well, these rubber spikes are like, I say rubber, but they're pretty firm. And if you kick one of those, it wins because that thing doesn't move. It's so heavy. It wins. Stitches would have required... No, not stitches. I will just have a divot in my toe. It's not worth it for me. Like, what? Am I going to pay money to... No, that's okay. I will... Oh, wait. I said cover here. What if I just... Oh, I see what I'm doing here. Okay. This is the problem. I want it to be whatever the height of the view is. And... Can we just do... Can we do something like that? Will that hot reload that? I don't know if it will. Ooh, the saw blade. Okay, so like that is... I hope that they're okay. Saws are... I don't know if I have to restart this. I hate CSS. I'm actually okay with front end stuff as long as it's not CSS. Like I could have not done the changes properly. Like maybe that changes nothing. I don't know if that file will hot reload. CSS hurts too. Not quite as much as saw blades do though. Yeah, that is not what I wanted. Okay, this is actually close. This is actually close. But the problem is you'd have to have the exact right dimensions. Like if you got one off, it would just start cutting it off, which is sucky. I'd rather let it be like a little wide and it just does whatever the view height is. So now, what are the options for background size? I want to do like cover, but prefer height. Object fit. Can we just do a width and height and just statically set it? Make it not... Maybe this is better. Like, maybe having it adapt is just the wrong thing. Because there's a lot going on with this. Maybe, Wait, it says object fit. Is object fit the right thing here? I don't feel... Oh, this is like for an image thing. Okay. Let's see. CSS background. I like, so far everything has kind of, you know what? Can I do this? This might be bad. This might be bad. Can the width be 50% of the height? Now, will this hot reload? It will hot reload the CSS. All right. Now, it is the height. Okay. Cool. Does that look like 50% to you of the height? 1 second. This is the height. It looks skinnier to me. I could be wrong. That looks skinnier than 50% of the height. That looks a little weird to me, but let me actually just stop it, and there might be something else that's affecting it. All right, I stopped it so we'll keep the image up so we can inspect this. No, not script. So it's this thing. It says it's 210 by 420, but that does not look like it. It does not look like it. It is saying that this is 210 by 420. I think my computer's drunk. I'm sorry, I just... One second. I gotta hold something up to this. It is exactly 1 Orbit's gum box tall. All right. No, maybe it is half. It's right. I think it's half. It doesn't look like it, but I think it is. All right. In that case, you know what I might do is just 100 view height, because that would just give us a perfect square, which this image is almost a perfect square. I was outthinking myself. Sergeant Pepper. This code is so rusty, it defies your preconceived notion of Rust. It's meta Rust. Welcome to the world of HTMX. All right, this is much better. I'm still cutting off a little in the bottom there. I don't even know how. Is that just the view that we're looking at? No, that's not what I meant. I meant just unclick this. Yeah, I think that's just the view. I don't think it's actually cutting off on the bottom. It almost looks like it is, but you know what? Maybe we just add a little bit of padding. Maybe just add a little bit of padding here. So let's do this. Let's pad it 1 view height. And we'll just make this all 99 view height. That will be almost beautiful. I think we can hot reload this. I feel like it's cutting it off. It's not doing the why? Oh, you know what? Let me yeah, thank you. Let me hard refresh that. It could be the cache. You're right. Give it a second. You know what? In this, I should just have it send one and leave it up when we're in test mode. Like when we're running in test mode like this, we should have it instead of just like, I don't know who made this. I don't know who made this. It's like some guy just in his spare time. Okay. Padding was the wrong thing. I needed margin, right? Because the image is gonna go to padding, right? Okay. That was a my bad. I needed margin. Does background image cover margin? Because maybe I'm just screwed and I need to put this inside. I need to wrap the wrapper because that could probably I can do a meta wrapper and wrap it around the meta wrapper. Because maybe I don't know off the top of my head if background image covers margin or not. We're going to try it really quickly. View height. Let's just do that. Throw that in there. Let's restart this. Let's hard refresh. I would take margin padding off body. You're probably right if I understood what you're saying. All right, that fixed it. That fixed it. Check out that beautiful. Oh, we got that. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. Now. Oh. Almost works. It almost works. It doesn't quite scale properly. Doesn't quite. But at that size, it looks good. It looks good, right? Like that. At that size. Beautiful. Let's try this. And then if we do this. Oh, yes. That's good. But one thing I've noticed. The text now. Oh, the text is tied to the width of the screen. We need to fix that. I'm going to do this really easy. I'm going to go down here. And how did we calculate? Yeah, I'm just going to do view height. I'm just going to tie it quickly to view height. This is probably going to be painless and work first time. I would take margin padding off body. Well, let me look at what you're saying. Where is body? You mean this right here? You would take this off this? It's kind of what's fixing it. It's probably busted. All right, maybe the font needs to be bigger. Font definitely needs to be bigger. Oh, I see. Let's do this like 3.5. Because the width was always much wider, which is, I don't know why I tied this to width. Width doesn't make sense here at all. Okay, so let's jump into that because I think that's actually in this main CSS. Here, let's see, body. Do I just need to? I don't think I've ever put anything. Does it just come with padding automatically? Okay. I'll just do what Wow So Clutch did. HTML, comma, body. Check it out. Bam. That probably fixed it. I just took what the AI said. I'm sure it nailed it. Oh, you know what? I was challenged with something I said on stream last Saturday. I was challenged with it. And I'm a man that holds to admitting that maybe I was wrong. I'm not fully convinced that I'm completely wrong, but I might have been a little wrong. So we went over the dev review, and in that dev review of the Stack Overflow, there was something that I found contradictory. Now, there was a lot of things I found contradictory, but one main thing, and that one main thing was that Dev said two things about AI that felt very contradictory to me. They said that AI accelerated them and that they lost all trust in AI. And I said that you can't think that it accelerates you and have no trust for it. This didn't make sense to me. And I had a friend reach out to me and he said, look, he doesn't use AI for much and he absolutely doesn't trust what it generates. But he happens to be bad at SQL. And whenever he has to go write a query, he gets it to generate it first, and then he plays around and tests it, and he thinks that is faster than him just writing it from scratch from the start. And I'll acquiesce to that. I think that there are aspects like that where you could use it without trusting it and make you faster. I think it's limiting to the wide scope use of it. But yeah, anyways, I stand corrected a little at least. Not perfect scaling, but that looks pretty good. All right, let's actually go back to, is this let's go back to this. It's probably going to be like this size, right? I'm guessing. Maybe like this. All right. All right, so we need to pad followed a little. And it should be based off of, everything should be based off of height. Actually, I'm just going to search for view width. And we're going to change every single one of these to height. And then we can see what that looks like. Do you know what we should be using? I feel like we should be using Z. Let's use Z. Where is Zed? My friend. Is it not called Zed? What is the editor? Is it not Zed? I thought it was Zed, but it's obviously not Zed. What is it? No. Zed's not. Wait. What is it? No. The new editor. The new editor that was only Mac, and then it came to. It's Zed, right? Yeah. Where did it go? We were using it. Where did it? You all saw me run it, right? I will never call it V. V is silly. TrendyNet. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm glad that you contributed exactly one time to this community. It's 100% pronounced V. You put a V and an I together, it's V, right? It's a tomato. That's how you pronounce it. It's also a GIF. I'm here all night. If you're really having issues with these, I will help you with every single one of them. I'm 100% sure it's a GIF. Jif is peanut butter. I'm sorry. That's just the fact of life. It's peanut butter. The inventor is wrong. People are wrong. It happens. We're obviously right. I agree, because Jif is peanut butter. Jif was here. Let's see. Way before the others. Way before. All right, let's be real though. It didn't really exist as a peanut butter brand until 1974. If you don't have that extra crunchy Jif, like it basically wasn't a company until 1974. That's fair. That's a fair statement, which makes it a little bit closer. But oh my goodness. All right, did we fix Zed? Zed. I don't know what happened. Zed is gone. Zed is gone. Zeditor. Did they change the name? Did they change the name to Zeditor? Zedit. All right, and D-Run's not picking it up anymore. So I gotta hit it with just run. Zeditor. That's the craziest name change I have ever seen. You thought Zed was only for Mac still? Wow, so Clutch, I'm hurt. Have you not been watching my news on Fridays? There's few things that my community can do to hurt me. Well, they did release it, and I did announce it. And we have tried it previously on your earlier stream. Okay. We're actually going to do, we actually have in our to-do, we have a editor tier list. This one's in the works. We're working on this. I think it's just for Linux at this point. They are going to do it for Windows. I think that was on the roadmap, but Linux was first. So we are working on a tier list video. To be honest, if you want my opinion right now, it has some good things and it has some bad things. It has the best Vim support to date. Now, obviously, it doesn't have my custom key bindings, but that's okay. Like searching the project, like when I'm in Vim, like here, you know, I could do like this and fuzzy find. I can do that with Control P. I can fuzzy find through the project like that. So, you know, if I want to search, oh, I don't remember what that was. Search in the file I can do with just like Vim. That was just slash. If I want to grep across it, I don't remember. I can click the little findy button. Not that findy button. I don't remember how to grep. It's okay. I don't need to. I don't know if I can change that. I think you can, because you can do custom key binding. So I think I could get in there and change it. But I haven't gotten too deep because like right now, if you go and edit this, it is just a JSON file. So if you go in here and go like options, where's options? They took away options from me. Was options over here? Yeah, okay. Key bindings. So we can do this, but we kind of have to know the bindings. So maybe we do this at some point. I'm not so in love with it that I'm probably going to stick with it. I think that it has a lot of good possibilities. I've actually enjoyed it quite a bit so far, but so you should be able to set it up with space for sure. That's what I use in here. This is like space FF, space FG for grep, space FE for file. Like, yeah, I use space too. But my control key is actually right beside my space key, so control P really hasn't been a problem for me. Yeah. But for a GUI, not a TUI, not like NeoVim, this has best Vim support I have seen so far. So like when we tried out Fleet, if you guys remember, will it still let me open it? I'm not sure it will. Yeah, it's not going to open for me. But when we were trying out Fleet, it was pretty rough. This actually works really well. Like if you do this and do like, let's see, colon W, it will save it. So like it even supports like colon stuff as well. Now you can do other stuff through this, like pretty much anything, but all the Vim stuff, or at least all the majority of things that you can do in, you know, if I wanted to close that file, you know, I can do that right through there. So it has the best, you know, when we were doing Fleet and stuff, their Vim didn't have any support for colon. It didn't have support for like, I hit slash and search, and that's gonna search the buffer. So like, and then in is just gonna go through those. Like it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah. All right, let's see. This is kind of cool to be able to just click through some of this stuff. I don't know what happened to my install. I feel like, yeah. Okay, so it's downloading. This is actually one thing that I've seen people complain about, is right now it just automatically downloads stuff and executes. So it's the ones they have picked, like VSS, CSS language servers. The other thing is that it will download your NPM modules. I don't think this is a big deal, because VS Code did this as well for the longest of time. You know, now VS Code says, hey, do you trust the developer of this before it does things like that? And that's why. And Zed needs to do that, so that you don't just automatically run some hacker's code. How's everyone doing tonight? Is everyone doing well? You know, I suppose, I wonder how I switch buffers. That was not how I switch buffers. Oh my goodness. Sergeant Pepper, I was like, where do you live? Because I was like, I read getting ready for a big lunch. And I was just like, that's cool. It's a little late because I thought you were in the States. So it's a little late for lunch, but you're helping with React stuff? Oh, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the pain. Yeah, I was gonna say you're more West Coast than I am, but it's still pretty late for lunch. All right, this affects nothing. Beautiful. Now we're a little off. We're a little itsy bitsy off, but that is staying stagnant, which is good. Okay, so everything needs to go just shift up. So follow needs to be less top heavy. Let's see, where is follow? Do we not have a no. The thing around the follow, which is the type, right? What is that called? What is that called? What did I call that? Event. Oh, okay, so the class is okay, so the event. There we go. Yeah, that is the event. It is a follow. So let's see, the margin top needs to be less. I'm gonna go to 0.1. I feel that's like my gut. Oh no, it needs to be down. It needs to be down here. Oh, we're so far off. I was trying to put hello from HTMX in here, but that's super wrong. You know, Sergeant Pepper, lunch at 8 p.m. unheard of. Not if it's your third lunch. Like a super hobbit. Okay? I am a problem solver. I am given problems and I come up with solutions. Now, if only I could switch back and forth between the terminal down here and this up here. What button might that be? That's excellent, Sergeant Pepper. Excellent. Okay, I really just wanted to like not use my mouse because I can go over here and type without using my mouse. And like, so actually using this is more annoying. If I can't switch to it. Let's see. Let's see if Z editor switch to terminal. I just need the key binding. All right, let's see. Toggle focus. Is it toggle focus to the collab panel? I don't know what the collab panel is. That maybe. That's a key I don't have. I don't have that key. That's actually not convenient for me to hit. Not like that. I can try it. Let's just try it really quickly. Let's see. Wait. What is it? What is it? Shift. Ooh. Ooh. Not that. Yeah, that, I don't know. Let's see. That did not do what I wanted it to do. I want to switch to the terminal. I don't know what to search. Not select. Is it just tab? No, it wouldn't be tab. Because Vim, right. Tab, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Wait. Toggle focus. F. No, that's not. That's project search. Let's search for toggle focus. Let's see. Not that. Focus. That's buffer. That's search. Cool. Assistant. Project terminal. All right. Control plus the tilde. This is not convenient for me. This. You know that game where you have to like put your hands and feet on different colors? This is going to be that because this is a different layer. This is like, it's a different layer. It's shift, a different layer plus control. That's 4 keys. That is not happening. That's not happening. Okay, so this is useless. We'll just run it from here. Check that out. Look how easy that was. I didn't even need anything. Beautiful. This is why I love i3, is when I can't make something work, i3 solves it for me. I don't have to learn. That didn't really help. Not as much as I was hoping. Let's do 3. That seems like too much. But who knows? Who knows if that's too much? 1 definitely was not bumping it up. Oh, 3 was not too much. In fact, we're going 4.5. We're going 4.5. I have a good feeling about 4.5 actually. 4.5 is speaking to me. I did that right. This feels bad. Okay. Wow, that looks on point. Honestly, on point. I couldn't have done it better if I had done it myself. Could not have done it better myself. That's looking fantastic. We need to bump this up, some user up. Yeah. Let's see. And does all the text look maybe a little small? Maybe. We'll leave maybes till later. Let's see. This needs to be bumped up a little. I'm gonna go 3 for the sub. Let's see. We're looking at the message. The message I feel like needs to also be just a little bit bigger. I'm gonna go with just 2. That was the worst way to delete that. Let's see. What was the other thing that we were talking about? This probably needs to be just a teensy bit larger and maybe just a hair down. Hair down, teensy bit larger. All right. That was, we'll just do 4.75. That's going to be perfect. I have a feeling. And then what our font size is up here. We're going to boost that just. We'll boost that to that. Let's see. So the only thing is the sub is a little bit larger. Okay. Or should be. All right, some user is a little low. Little low. Let's actually refresh this. Did I empty cache and hard refresh? Follow is dead on. Dead on, but we need to make everything larger. Definitely larger. Seven's too much. 6. We're not gonna be ridiculous. Oh, I didn't make this up. I didn't make that up. What is that? What is that? I don't remember. All right, when this displays, we'll stop it. All right, it's looking. Let's see. This is the mess. No, this is the message. This is just the same class? What? What? It's an H2, but class message? Oh, okay, okay. Well. Terrible naming. Terrible naming. I blame somebody for that. This needs to be more. Let's see. What do we make it? We make it 1.4. We make it 2. We make it 2. That feels like it's gonna feel right. So how's your Rust thing going, Sergeant Pepper? Is it in production? Oh my goodness. Could I have guessed better? I don't think so. I don't think I could have guessed better. That was spot on. Oh, super cool. Super cool. All right, let's ship it. This looks good. Update the CSS to sucks less. That's what we did. All right. The other portion of this, let's jump over here. So, do we want to... No, I probably don't have the time. All right, the other thing that I need to do is I need to actually get this building off of the Git, like some GitHub Actions or not, whatnot, instead of like manually building it and pushing it, because this sucks. Docker build, you know, and then it should deploy automatically too. You know, I'm tired of like, this is just a waste of my time. Let's see how, let's count how long it, 23:27. That's the time. We'll see how much time this wastes of mine. The S is for sucks. Absolutely. Capability snob. You know what? It's good to see you there on YouTube. I appreciate your presence, even if I don't recognize it every single time. Thanks for watching. We're almost up to like 300 subs on YouTube. That's like Twitch followers. How's your evening, day, morning, afternoon going? Hope you've had at least 2 lunches today. Yes, this is gross. But yes, this is how we deploy a new version. Yes, we need to fix it. I agree. I agree. What am I doing? Well, nothing for YouTubers. So these are Twitch alerts, and basically this is what happens. I made custom ones, and maybe we get to integrate it with YouTube at some point. Right now it's not integrated with YouTube. I apologize. But what happens is that when one of these events happen, we build a custom message for you. So it's a Dungeons and Dragons styled message, and it's AI generated. So everybody gets their own custom one. So anyways, it's just a fun little project that we code. Like I said, right now it doesn't work for YouTube, and I'm sorry. You can click that subscribe button. It would mean a lot to me. There is no alert for it though at this point. All right, let's see. Really quickly, we'll get this deployed, and then we're gonna move to the database and do something a little bit more interesting. Maybe not more interesting. Kind of boring, actually. Kind of drool. I might not stream Thursday night. I know I usually do, but I have a ton of painting to do. I'm trying to get my house listed on the market by next Thursday. So I'm gonna stream Saturday, but I might not stream Thursday night. We'll see how much work I get done tomorrow night. Oh, I do not have any small cats. My cats are freaks of nature. You know, like Mancoon cats, you know, they get pretty big. These are just like mutts that we adopted to rescue. And they've grown to be like 20 pounds. These things are huge. And massive babies, which is the worst part. Funniest time. So the one cat that he weighs, I think last time I weighed him, he was like 19 pounds. So I was in the middle of this meeting, and I was literally on the phone, like on a video conference with the C-suite of our company. All right. So we're in there, we're having this like really serious conversation. And this cat out of nowhere decides that he wants to try to jump into the drop ceiling. And he decided my shoulders were the best things to jump off of. And so he got like a running start, and he just slammed into the side of my face and like knocked me over as he like collided with, like, I had no idea this was happening. I was like in the meeting, you know, and then all of a sudden just blindsided by 20 pounds of hair and claws. And it got some chuckles. I was mortified. Absolutely mortified. Who doesn't want to be the playground? Yeah, that's kind of what he considers me when I'm not giving him enough attention. Yeah. All right, that's all we needed to do with that today. So one thing that we never got to with the database, open recent project. Check this out. So we are testing out the Z editor. The Z-editor. The Z-editor. We are giving it a test instead of our normal Vim. The one does do this, but they're kind of too large, and so it's not comfortable for us. At 20-ish pounds, like it's a bit cumbersome. All right, so what we needed to do, okay, I'm gonna switch back to Vim for this because the Z-editor is not quite my standard comfort zone. All right. But my kids have very set Xbox time, so they get to play the Xbox. Well, one plays from 2:30 to 3, one's from 3:30 to or 3 to 3:30, and one's from 3:30 to 4. Anyways, they have their little times, and the cat absolutely loves that time because it goes and sits on their lap through the whole time. So it switches kids as the kids switch out. It's pretty adorable. It loves them for some reason. All right, we do have some helpful hack reset. Okay, reset should, yeah, delete everything in those. Perfect. So what we want to do is update the CLI to what we want to do is reset the set the CLI to do 1,000. We were trying to do just like one record at a time with no batch, and that was painful. It was not fast, and I'm not sure. There's a couple things we need to do. One thing that we don't do at this moment is we can't run in a single node mode, which would save some of this because some of this was replication cost. College tools, OP from YouTube. What am I doing? Well, so we just finished some Twitch alerts work. Actually, let me update the titles. Database programming in Rust. I'm gonna have to end relatively. I say relatively soon. Maybe an hour, maybe a half hour. Anyways, what we're doing is doing a series that I do on YouTube. So if you don't know, so you're on my Null Labs Live, but my Null Labs is my main YouTube here. And in this one, I actually do a series called about databases. So we've been doing it, and I build these. And the really cool thing is I build all of the code for the database. We don't just talk about database indexes. We actually implemented database indexes. We don't just talk about consensus. We actually implemented the Raft consensus protocol, and we're going to be taking it to the next levels in the next one. So I'm working on the videos for file format and consensus right now. So we're doing some stuff with the database to get some information and things like that for that. Yeah. So yeah, you can also go and subscribe to that YouTube channel. And if you're feeling really, really generous, you can go to, let's see, you can go here The null bytes is just clips from the live stream. So we do some videos live. You know, one of them that's in progress is my editor tier list. I'll be making this. I'll do the video live. We've been testing different editors. Like you just saw, we're using Zed. And we're going to do a tier list, and we'll make it a video, and it will go to the Null Labs. The Null Bytes videos. So yeah, go subscribe to all those. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. So yeah, right now, I'm just trying to generate some stuff for the video on file formats. So I'm just going over how the databases actually store data on disk. Some of it's going to be theory because I can't write all the code for all the different types. So some of the theory and stuff is like how Postgres does it. You know, the code for Postgres is out there, and I'm going to point you in the right direction for their documentation on how their file format works. We're going to do a NoSQL key value store file format. That's what we've implemented. And yeah, anyways, one of the problems with our current Raft implementation is it expects a roster. And this is bad. This is bad because we should be able to run as a single node. Right now, the database, right now, because we did Raft consensus, it has to run with consensus. It has to run with at least 3 nodes, which we need to update. I don't know that we'll have enough time tonight. Saturday, we're probably going to update this to run in single node mode. Is probably what we're going to do, because it's making it a little bit painful to actually run and debug. Yeah. For simple stuff, like when you're wanting to, like what we want to do now is we'd like to save 1,000 records. Well, because we're doing that, it has to get consensus on all 3 nodes. So we have to run 3 nodes of the database. It has to save them to all 3. So we're writing the record 3 times to the same machine. It's made this a lot more painful. The other interesting thing is this doesn't run nearly as well as I thought it was going to. It's running a lot slower than I expected it to. And I'm not happy about that. My Raft is syncing. That's so hurtful. Wow, so clutch. That's so hurtful. College Tools OP. You have come to the channel that tests all things AI. Just 2 streams ago, we ran Llama 3.1 locally. Yeah, we did that here. We actually, at the end of August, are running the AI games. This is something I do every about 6 months, where we compete the AIs against each other and see how useful they are in real world scenarios. And we take them through their paces and we rank them. So end of August, we're going to be doing that. I have some stretch goals. So if we get enough viewers and we get enough people in for the AI games, then we'll have a second weekend with some stuff that's going to cost me some more. That's why we have to have some goals around it. But yeah. Yeah, so the performance wasn't great. We can actually just run it as it is. I can show you. Now, there's a couple things that go into this. First, all 3 nodes are writing to the same computer. So basically, because it replicates across 3, it's actually network calling. And not only is it networking calling all 3 nodes on the same machine, it's also hitting the disk on all 3. So basically, the disk is getting hit 3 times for every record that gets written. So there's somewhat of a performance penalty because, like I said, we don't have a way to... All right, I wanted to go into here. We don't have a way to run as a single node now because we didn't build that in the first time around. We didn't do that, and so that was my bad. Okay, so this is load disks is what I wanted to. Oh, is that used up here? Let's see, load disks. Let's not do this many records. Let's do 1,000 records. Well, we have fun doing it. Some of it we try to do like, you know, there's some where it's like we try to get a feeling, and then there's some where we actually try to make up tests. And we learn each time when we how we do it, what goes on. You know, we're going to do 2 Turing tests, which are going to be fun this next time. We're going to do Twitch versus the AI, where basically I'm asking questions of people and the AI. And your guys' goal is to pick which one was the AI and which one was human. So that's going to be fun because my wife is going to be off in the background responding to like the options you guys select. And I'm sanitizing it so that you guys just see the responses side by side with nothing. So we're going to do a little Twitch Turing test. Then we're obviously going to go through the coding portion. I have me versus a couple people. So basically we're going to take languages we don't know, and I'm not allowed to use an AI, and the people versus me are allowed to use an AI, and we have to see who can complete the simple project fastest. It should be fun. And then of course we're going to do, you know, one problem. I'm writing up my own. I don't know if you've ever done the Advent of Code. I'm writing up my own Advent of Code problem. This is something I've been doing, is I make an Advent of Code problem that's completely unique, so nobody's been trained on it, and we see how the AIs are able to take it and make it. So I usually just do some of them. What I found with the Advent of Code problems is doing them isn't a problem. Like, none of them do I look at and I'm like, I don't even know how to do that. I'm not saying that I know the solution right off the top of my head when I read it, but they get arduous and it would just take too much. I just don't have enough time. If I got to becoming a full-time streamer, oh sure, I'd love to eat them up. I love problems like that. I just never end up having the time to sit there and be like, oh yeah, I'm doing this. Yeah, same here, Wow So Clutch. Yeah, so Capability Snob, this will be the first time where we do the new language challenge. So, you know, like, leave feedback, let me know how you all like it. You know, it won't go off perfectly since it's the first time. But we'll learn from it. We'll, you know, I will try, obviously. And hopefully it's good. I think Toggle is going to go versus me. Daniel's going to go versus me. And then my daughter is going to go versus me. So my 12-year-old daughter. So we're actually going to pick a language we both know because it's going to suck. But we're just going to do Python. And she'll get to use an AI. We'll see, though. She's a little nervous about doing that. She wants to do it because she asked if she could do it. And I was like, you can do it. And then she's like, oh, I don't know. And I was like, you don't have to do it. And she's like, oh, I want to do it. And I was like, okay, you don't have to. Anyways, we'll see if she actually ends up doing it. But she would get to use the AI and I wouldn't. We would see if it was a good learning tool. Okay, where was I? I was going to run the CLI. Right. Cargo run. Let's see. Yeah, this is what I want. All right. Now I did this is run a little differently, right? Let's see. We have hack, and this is run 3, right? Run 3. Boom. This is going to run 3 with no virtualization, no containers, all right here. Okay. And now we're going to do this. And this is going to load it up with 1,000 records. You can see it's now obviously printing out info, we could have it not print out and that would be a little bit faster. But the problem here is this is actually 3 nodes worth of data, right? So it's done. It's done. Yeah. All right, we're gonna stop that. That was really slow though, right? That was really, really slow. And I mean, some of it is it's running in not an optimized mode. Some of it is it's running 3, which requires the consensus plus 3 writes on the same disk. But I feel like it's worse than that. Do I load it in parallel? A little bit, right? I actually think my parallel code is possibly one of the things that are hurting it. If we look at the CLI that does it, so we just have a little CLI app that does really dumb stuff. I mean, like, it's nothing. We have this command called bench disk, and it calls load disk with this, and this is just basically 1,000 threads, 1,000 parallel tasks, load 1,000 things. And I don't know if it's this that's the problem. Like, I'm not accustomed to writing this style of code. So my understanding here is that, you know, this is going to basically do this for the number of records, and we're going to do it for 1,000 threads is too many. We can do like logging off, and we can also do, we could build like a release, but even then, like, I just stored 1,000 records, right? It should not have taken that long. I don't think. I feel like whoa. Something didn't go right. There's 0 lines in that. This is obviously a different log file. Okay, one thing I want to do, load disk. We were playing around with it. We should do 32 here. Because I have 32 cores. So that's 1. All right, let's go ahead and get this running again. And then we'll go ahead and do this. So you can see that it's writing entries. You can see it's grouping, and these are all replication. This is where, like, I think the replication is killing us. This is it replicating across gRPC. Like, it gets a batch of a couple, and then it's replicating. Batch replicating. Batch replicating. Batch. This isn't right. It's not right. And now it's just heart beating. This got an append entries. If you get an append entries with a 0, you can kind of see it. You can kind of see it right here. It's appending 0 entries. That is a heartbeat. So if you see this right here where it's appending 0, that's just it heart beating. This. Something's not right here. We have a bug. We're starting YouTube by Rust the Game. I'm sorry, this is the game of life. Apollo, new stream times? No, Apollo, I decided to do plastic surgery myself on my toe. I decided that it was really my little pinky toe was in fact just too good looking. It was too good looking. I was making too many people jealous of my toe. It was a beautiful toe. It was a beautiful toe. So I went with it. There will be a divot, but it's clean. It's a clean divot now. There's a chunk that didn't go back, but I cleaned that out. Fun story. So as you all know, I am in the process of moving. Hopefully I get my house listed next week. So my house is a mess. Hopefully I get it listed next week. And the thing that is funny about this is I've already moved most of my stuff out of the house. Okay. So, you know, I'm here and I stubbed my toe. And by stub my toe, I mean, I literally took a chunk out of my toe. And my house is here. Okay, and then there's a sidewalk here that goes like this. Then there's a house here. And, you know, a road that's right here, you know, road. And then there's a road that goes here. This is actually an interesting story. There's a road here. And then there's a lady here that works from home. Why is this important? Why is this important? Well, this is important because I am massively bleeding everywhere. And I have paper towels. So I have paper, I tied a paper towel around my toe. And a friend of mine, car is getting work on. So they're borrowing my car because I work from home. And the only first aid supplies I have in this entire house since we moved are in my car. And so I have nothing here. And like I said, a very large chunk out of my toe. And so I walk down my sidewalk. I love my neighbor. She's a fantastic person. I walk down my sidewalk, across the street, down the sidewalk to her house. And she's probably actually more down here. And so there's now, I wore my flip-flops, but there's now bloody footprints down our sidewalk. Because I tied it with a paper towel, but there was nothing I could do. That was all I could do to get over to her house because she had some stuff to clean it out with. It was a disaster. It was an unmitigated disaster. A little bit hilarious, but the situation. Yeah. So that's like the whole story. It hurt. It still hurts, but all right. So we have something that's actually a problem here, and I don't know if it's the client or something that we did with the consensus, because we did switch everything up. If you guys remember, we were doing Docker compose build, but then Docker was, and I don't know if this was a CloudStrike thing, I was getting super throttled, and it doesn't look like I'm getting super throttled now. Yeah, so I don't know if it was a CloudStrike thing, but I couldn't do the compose way of building it. And I don't, and so we kind of hacked together these scripts. But stuff is not saving now. The port's going to be wrong, right? Let's see. Do I 3000? Oh, wait. This is so hard to read. All right, I think it's 3002 is the leader. I'm gonna say that was not the leader. It returned really quickly, which means it just said not doing it. Not that one either. 3000. No. I gotta actually look at this. Let's see. 3000 is the port, right? No, it's 30,001. 30,011. I didn't do 30,002. I did 30,011. What did I do for the third one? What the crap was I smoking? Can I just change these? This is like stupid. This is the second one. This is the third. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. All right, let's try that. Capability snob, you sound like you understand. Just one more bug. It's already midnight. We're 1 minute past. 1 minute past. I feel like we've changed something that broke our entire writing to the log. I feel like we broke something really big. All right. There we go. Now. I think our multi-threading is bad. And I don't know if it's the client. I don't know if it's the client or the database. Oh, got hit on their bike? Oh, my boss got hit on his bike. By Waymo. Oh, that's a story. Actually, let's check cat. I would have expected it to be in the last one, but it could be in this one. Yeah, there's nothing. We have broken. Now, actually, a good test here. Let's run the database, but just add one message at a time, like we normally do. Because I was trying to look through here, and is it because I almost wonder if our database is getting flooded, right? Like, is there something that's causing it to be overwhelmed and not deal with that? Maybe, because maybe there is. I honestly don't know. Let's run it like normal. And then, yeah, this was about 6 months ago. It had a disagreement of whether the bike lane existed or not. His bike was not fine, but he was fine. I forget the command that we use here. Put. Key value host port. Okay. Can I just cargo run put, look at that, snakes, 3001. I'm not the leader. 3002. Record written. Oh, did we send it to a bunch of not the leaders? Were we sending it to not the leader? I'm wondering if we were sending it to not the leader. That might be an ID10T error and less of an issue with the database. Because our CLI doesn't report back very well, it might have been an ID10T error. Let's no, I'm wondering if it's an ID10T error. Let's reset. Hack, reset. All right, so that should clear out all the database files. Let's do this again. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to find the leader first, and then we're going to run it. All right. I'm not the leader. Record written. So we found the leader. And the leader was the first node. Okay. So now we're going bench. Well, capability snob, I don't print everything to the terminal because I was trying not to, because it's multi-threaded. That thing that sends out a bunch of them. This thing spins up 32 threads that it's hammering with. And we just spun it up at like midnight the other night. So we just made this. So no, it's not reporting anything that's happening. And now the interesting part is, if the leader gets overwhelmed and doesn't heartbeat, then thanks so much for the follows, everyone. You guys are fantastic. Hopefully you got a Twitch alert and I didn't break the Twitch alerts. If the leader was to get overwhelmed and a new leader got in, this would start, breaking again because it's not the leader. One thing that we can do is make it where if you're not the leader, you forward the request to the leader. That's actually a lot of work because you also have to say, if I'm not the leader and I get a request and I proxy it to the leader, but if there is no leader, then I still have to deal with it. Look how long this is taking. And I think this is the replication. One of the things that I would love to do here, like this is just taking forever. It's done. I just noticed the entries were 0. Okay, yeah, it's done. Let's see. It could also send back a redirect. Yes, absolutely. And that's something you can program into your clients. You can kind of make smart clients, actually. So that's actually one of the things that sets Aerospike, not that you guys actually care, the Aerospike database apart from other databases, is all of our clients are smart clients that actually ask the node that has the record. Instead of going to a node and trying to find the record, it goes to the node that has the record. There are some misses, obviously, but that's proxied then inside of the cluster. You made a JSON parser in C. Nice job, RDJ Power. All right. Let's actually... Let's get a line count. This isn't going to be the segment. 1001 lines. We did it. Okay, so the problem was this new CLI doesn't return back the errors. It just consumes them. And that was because of the way we threaded it. Load disks. So this is how load disk does it, is it basically does this and it's just done. And this doesn't handle the error or anything like this, because we're just trying to thread it as much as we can. But this took forever to run. So we definitely need to figure out what's wrong with us. Now, like I said, some of it is because there's a lot of network traffic on a single node, because it's handling the network. I'm just trying to go back to, some of it is that it's a debug build. Some of it is it's writing to the terminal. So we could clear up all of those things, but this is honestly 1,000 messages. 32 of them sent at a time. So we're talking about not a very long record. Sent 32 at a time. It should take, I forget, I'd have to go back and, but it should take less than what? We were talking about like 100 nanoseconds to write the record. So if each one of these is taking 100 nanoseconds and we have 1,000 records, we're talking about like 20 milliseconds. Now, obviously, we have consensus that goes on now. So now we have 3 nodes. And if this is the leader, when you write data to it, it writes it to its disk. But then it also has to write it here, and it has to write it here. These write it to their disks, send it back here, and then the leader says, yes, it was written, and it updates you. So there is... And this is all happening on the same machine. But I didn't see our CPU or disk or anything go crazy, right? Which makes me think something is just not working right. I think if I had to guess, our bug is here. My guess is this. Our database is this is a ARC. This data type is an ARC. And I bet you we're locking across a wait, an await. That's my bet is somewhere in our process that where we do consensus, we lock this across and wait. That's, I almost guarantee, and this is actually why I don't use, when I can help it, I don't use Tokyo's locks that you can lock across and await. And the reason is you almost never want to lock data across and await. It's just bad practice for high performance. And if I do that here, this is bad on me. It's bad on me. And I have to use this data, which this is of type arc. And this arc up here, let's see, what do they use? They use the standard library arc. Oh wait, what type of mutex do they use though? Let's get back. Let's get back. This is data. What type of mutex is this? Right. These are the mutexes that we're doing, and we're using ones that shouldn't allow us to hold them across and away. Okay, so we shouldn't be able to do that. Today I learned Rust doesn't have generators just now. What do you mean? Oh, you mean something that can like yield multiple results? Yeah, that's actually what we were doing here, and I'm not sure this is the right way of doing it. I don't know that this is the right way of doing it. To be honest, this is a problem I've never done. Like, handling async requests, great, but I wanted to generate a bunch, and this feels dumb to me, to be honest. I don't love this, and it could be that I just don't know the right way, and there's a better way of doing it, but it didn't feel great. It didn't. This code does not feel great at all. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not gonna have the time to go into it, and I think maybe what we do, let's actually put this in the to-do for the database. Investigate performance issues. All right, we're gonna put this up here. Investigate performance issues. Let's see. One thing that we're going to do is I want to, what do I want to do? The first thing that I want to do here is I want to build release, remove logging, and remove consensus. Or I mean, I say remove consensus, but run in single node. And add, well, let's do this. Let's build release and remove console logging. Or remove console logging, and do that as one. And then step 2, we need to update. We'll have to update the code. Update code to support single node. So we'll update the code to support single node, because possibly I'm killing the network or something like that, because every single one of those, not only is the client sending it, but then it's doing all the consensus, and then it's coming back and sending it. So like, maybe that's part of it. I feel like I'm missing one of the things that we can do. We can also start to we can start to instrument the code some. That seems a bit extreme. I wasn't trying to go for extreme performance here. This just seems overly bad. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I wasn't trying to nitpick and get every little thing or do, you know, CPU features. I wasn't using any CPU features or things like that. I was trying to keep it simple. Like, interestingly, if we're assuming that we write on SSDs, did you guys know that the write block size matters a lot? And that a certain company that I know has done a lot of testing around this, and that there's a very specific write block size that actually disagrees with some manufacturers that's faster than other write block sizes. I mean, we could get into that and like be like, oh, we're only going to write chunks of data. And if it's not that chunk, we're going to store it in memory and replicate it in memory to make sure that it's safe. And then store it when we have a chunk. And there's like so many things you can do. I'm not doing that type of performance thing. It just felt overly bad. Okay, so I'm gonna leave instrumenting the code here. We can walk through this. I looked for all of these are single threaded, so we shouldn't be able to hold this across an await, which is good. I actually don't use Tokyo's because of that. I think Tokyo's locks are a trap. Now, there are some cases to hold a lock, but you have to be really careful because you don't want to do that by default. What's the block size? I'll have to look it up. You can go to, what is it? Let's see. You can go here. Aerospike. No, I just want to go. I don't want to do this. I don't want to sign on as me. I don't want to be me. I can't go to it because, well, actually I can like log into in a private window. Yeah, I could get it to you, but you can also go and read the C if you'd like. I don't remember exactly what it is off the top of my head. I can tell you that we've had that there have been like vendors that say it doesn't matter, and then we can just demonstratively prove that it does matter. Like like they'll be like, oh yeah, it doesn't matter anymore, and it's like, maybe it matters less. That is a true statement. It matters less nowadays than it used to. But yeah. But yeah, you could go, if you want to dig around some fantastic C code, you can go dig around here. Especially for NVMe drives. So Aerospike is actually designed to work on NVMe drives, flash. That's what they mean by flash optimized. I hate the term flash optimized. It always makes me think of like Flash, like the terrible 90s tech, but yeah, block size, absolutely. Block size matters, and it also depends on how you're using it and leveraging it. Absolutely. We actually leverage it without a file system. So like we don't want Linux file system. We manage it, which also changes stuff. Like I said, that's not the type of performance I'm going for here. I'm using a file system and it's fine. Yeah, anyways, okay, so the other thing that we can do here is review multi-threading on client. Keep editing. And then review multi-threading on server. Got 1 million IOPS on one product and benchmarks. Have you ever done millions of IOPS at a petabyte of scale? There was this time we did a test on Amazon years ago. We can do more now because Amazon released bigger servers. You have petabytes in your array? Okay, fair. Cool. I think that data storage problems get interesting. I'm going to say somewhere around 100 terabytes. Before 100 terabytes, it's not difficult. Definitely before 10 terabytes. It's not difficult. You can actually do that on one machine pretty easily nowadays. But somewhere between 100 terabytes and a petabyte, it gets interesting. Like storing that much data gets really interesting, and querying that much data gets interesting. And yeah, it is a different product. It's different use cases as well. Aerospikes generally is considered low cost, but that's only if you're wanting millisecond reads. Like, this isn't a cold storage solution. This is a hot storage solution. So it's a low cost, low total cost of ownership for hot storage. But it's not, there's so many different applications where you can have cold storage. You can have like really cold storage, that all operate differently. All right. Okay. So I think I'm done for tonight, though. This is actually, I got the data that I want. Which was this. I actually wanted to put 1 million records in there. So I might actually just manually put 1 million records in there because I can copy and paste the records. Because the whole point was, this is in JSON, right? Let's cat that. Yeah, this is in JSON. So like you have your key, you have your index, you have your tombstone, you have your value. I found a bug. I found the index is supposed to be incrementing. I found a bug. There be a bug. Let's see. Index is not. All right. Okay, so, and then we're going to do it in binary as well. So in the video, I want to show why, a lot of times people wonder why they can't just open up a database file and read it like a CV, like an Excel spreadsheet. They're like, hey, this is just a table. Why can't I just open it and see what it looks like? And the reason is it's not efficient. And that's kind of the point. This is for the younger viewers that might be watching those videos. But I just wanted to show why. And the cool thing is, if you look at our compose, or if you actually look at it, we get to say what type of encoding goes into it. And that's actually pretty awesome. Not a lot of databases give you that flexibility. B trees all the way down. So capability snob. Not yet. Our database has been growing as we put new entries into it. This is the wrong channel. Let's see. This is Null Labs. So as we add videos, and we're only into the what? this is the 5th. So we're only on to the 6th one. And so at this point, you know, you're more than welcome to go. And I believe there's a, I never know how to find this. This is part of a, it's part of a playlist. Let me try to find it. I can find it if I go into like the admin. One second. Okay. So here is this. And so we've been just covering simple topics. And like I said, I write all of the code, which this is not a small amount of code because it's a database. So it takes me time. I have a full-time job. I'm also a YouTuber. And I do this on the side on Twitch. So it does take me a while. While to do. So now we've talked about B trees for indexes. Right now, we actually do hash maps, and we actually covered why hash maps aren't great and why you don't use them more for indexes in this video. We're doing it because it was kind of a simple way to actually implement indexes and show how they work and how they find the actual record on disk and everything. Where we move forward with indexes, I think I want to do LSM trees. And I think I want to do... We could leave it as like a sparse index with an LSM tree and make the sparse index a B tree. Or we could do not a sparse index. We can still do LSM trees. I'm not entirely... I do want to do LSM trees. I've never done LSM trees before. No database I've ever gotten to touch has done LSM trees. So I kind of want to do it just to learn myself. And so I also need to think about what index we're going to leverage with that, because this is all for learning. And so like, yeah, we could sit and re-implement B trees like every other database has done. I'm not sure. I don't know if that makes sense. Hey, look, I can join my channel. Check that out. Sweet goodness. I should do that. It's funny because, like, I can go over to the Null Bytes, which is also mine. But this, it doesn't think this is me because this is the Null Bytes and I'm logged in as Null Labs. So very weird. Very weird. Anyways. It is what it is. It's not perfect yet. Let's find somebody to raid. Does anybody know somebody that deserves a raid right now? Does somebody know somebody that does it? What is this channel? I'm good with it. All right, let's raid this. Is that their actual name? Okay, cool. Well, go say hi to them. I don't know them, but I love finding some new people. So we'll check this stream out together. Thanks everybody for joining me. I hope you guys had a fun time. Thanks for joining me. And I'll see you guys on Saturday. Bye.
Well, what's up, Wow So Clutch, and thanks for the raid, Merit Counts. How's it going? I'm good. I'm just casually doing leak code, so I can get better at it. It's probably the worst topic that I probably know in terms of interview prep, so I just gotta work on this grind and get better. The job itself and everything else in the interview, I can normally ace. Indeed,